Welcome, beautiful souls, to our shared space today. I'm so glad you're here because we're about to embark on a truly special journey together. A journey toward a life filled with more calm, more clarity, and significantly less stress. I know that in our busy, fast-paced world, the idea of a stress-free life can sometimes feel like a distant dream, something reserved for others. But I want to tell you, right here and now, that it is absolutely within your reach. It doesn't require a dramatic life overhaul or some complicated, unattainable secret. Instead, it begins with small, intentional shifts in our perspective and daily habits. The 7 strategies we're going to explore today are rooted in ancient wisdom and modern psychology, and they are designed to be simple, accessible, yet profoundly transformative. These aren't just quick fixes. They are powerful tools that, when practiced with intention, can fundamentally change your relationship with stress, with others, and most importantly, with yourself. They are game changers that empower you to reclaim your inner peace and build a foundation of resilience that will support you through any of life's challenges. So, I invite you to open your heart and your mind as we walk through each of these steps. Don't just listen to the words, feel them. Consider how you can weave them into the fabric of your own life, starting today. I encourage you to try each one, to experiment with them, and to observe the beautiful changes that begin to unfold. This isn't just a video, it's an opportunity for transformation. Are you ready to begin? Let's unlock that stress-free life together. Our journey begins with a practice so simple, yet so powerful, that it can instantly alter the chemistry of your mind: gratitude. How often do we wake up and immediately start listing our problems, our worries, the endless to-do list? We are conditioned to focus on what's lacking, what's wrong. But what if we consciously chose to start our day differently? What if the very first thing we did was to count our blessings? This isn't about ignoring challenges, it's about changing our starting point. It's about acknowledging the goodness that already exists in our lives, no matter how small it may seem. The warmth of your bed, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of a loved one's voice, the very breath in your lungs. Taking just a few moments each day, perhaps in the morning or before you sleep, to intentionally acknowledge what you are grateful for shifts your entire mindset. It's like tuning a radio from a station of static and noise to one of clear, beautiful music. This practice rewires your brain to seek out the positive, to find the light even in moments of darkness. It reduces the stress hormone, cortisol, and boosts feelings of contentment and joy. By making gratitude a daily ritual, you build a shield of positivity that protects you from the weight of daily stressors and reminds you of the abundance that surrounds you always. Imagine your mind is like a television with hundreds of channels. So many of these channels are playing programs of negativity, reruns of past mistakes, fearful previews of the future, endless news cycles of worry and doubt. The incredible thing is, you hold the remote control. You have the power to change the channel. Turning off the negative channels in your brain is about developing a conscious awareness of your thought patterns. It's about noticing when you've tuned into a frequency of self-criticism, anxiety, or complaint, and making a deliberate choice to switch to something that serves you better. This isn't suppression, it's redirection. When you catch a negative thought, don't fight it or judge yourself for having it. Simply acknowledge it as you would a passing cloud in the sky, and then gently guide your focus elsewhere. You might shift your attention to your breath, to a positive memory, or to one of the blessings you counted earlier. This practice is a form of mental hygiene, just as important as brushing your teeth. It requires consistency, but with time, you will find it becomes easier and more automatic. You are the curator of your own mind, and you have the ability to fill it with thoughts that uplift, empower, and bring you peace, rather than those that drain your energy and create stress. When we face a challenge, it's natural for our minds to fixate on the problem itself. We replay it, we analyze it from every angle, we talk about how big and overwhelming it is. This is like being stuck in a hole and spending all your energy describing the darkness and the dirt walls. While acknowledging the problem is the first step, dwelling on it keeps us trapped and magnifies our stress. The transformative shift happens when we consciously move our focus from the problem to the potential solutions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we start asking, "What is one small step I can take to move forward?" Or, "What resources are available to help me?" This solution-oriented thinking is incredibly empowering. It switches your brain from a state of passive anxiety to one of active engagement and creativity. It doesn't mean the problem magically disappears, but it changes your relationship with it. You are no longer a victim of the circumstance. You are an active participant in finding a way through it. This proactive mindset reduces the feeling of helplessness that is a major source of stress. By training yourself to be a solution seeker, you build confidence, resilience, and a deep-seated belief in your own ability to navigate whatever life presents you with. You start seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth and innovation. In our interactions with others, our partners, family, friends, and colleagues, it can be so easy to notice their flaws. We see the habits that annoy us, the mistakes they make, the ways they fall short of our expectations. Focusing on these weaknesses creates friction, misunderstanding, and honestly, a whole lot of stress in our relationships. It's kind of like looking at a beautiful garden and only seeing the weeds. But, we have a choice. We can choose to consciously shift our focus and look for the strengths in the people around us. What are they good at? What qualities do you admire in them? When do they show kindness, courage, or creativity? When you make a genuine effort to see and acknowledge the good in others, everything changes. Your perception of them softens, and your appreciation deepens. This practice not only improves your relationships, but also, significantly lowers your own stress levels, because you're no longer carrying the burden of judgment and frustration. When you highlight someone's strengths, you empower them, and you create a positive feedback loop of mutual respect and support. This doesn't mean you ignore harmful behavior, but it means your default setting is one of appreciation. By focusing on the best in others, you invariably bring out the best in yourself. And honestly, you cultivate a social environment that is nurturing and peaceful. You know, we often use our powerful imagination to construct futures filled with worry and anxiety. We mentally rehearse worst-case scenarios, creating stress about things that haven't even happened yet. But honestly, it's time to reclaim our imagination for a higher purpose. This practice is all about using your breath as a vehicle to send positive energy and well wishes into the future, both for yourself and for those you care about. It's kind of like a form of active, loving visualization. So, just find a quiet moment, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. As you inhale, imagine you are drawing in all the peace, love, and abundance the universe has to offer. Then, as you exhale, visualize sending that beautiful energy forward in time. See yourself navigating future challenges with grace and wisdom. See your friends and family thriving, happy, and healthy. Breathe blessings into their upcoming job interviews, their health concerns, their relationships. Seriously, this is not just wishful thinking. It is a profound act of setting a positive intention. It calms your own nervous system by replacing fearful projections with hopeful ones. It also strengthens your connection to others by holding them in a space of love. This proactive blessing really cultivates a sense of peace and trust that the future, while unknown, can be met with strength and positivity. The words we speak, especially the words we speak to ourselves, are like seeds. If you constantly say, "I'm so stressed," "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up," you are planting seeds of limitation and negativity. Your mind and body listen, and these statements become self-fulfilling prophecies. So, the sixth strategy is to consciously change this internal and external narrative. It's about speaking into existence the person you are striving to become. Instead of focusing on your current struggles, use affirmations and positive self-talk to describe your desired future self. Start using phrases like, "I am becoming more calm and resilient every day," or "I am capable of handling any challenge with grace." This isn't about lying to yourself, it's about giving your mind a new direction, a new identity to grow into. When you speak as if your desired reality is already unfolding, you begin to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that vision. You start to believe it, and when you believe it, you start to embody it. This practice of intentional language shapes your identity from the inside out. It's honestly one of the most direct ways to reprogram your subconscious mind, breaking old patterns of stress and self-doubt, and building new neural pathways of confidence, peace, and personal power. You are the author of your life story. So, speak a magnificent one into being. So often, our stress comes from a feeling of being adrift, of living a life that isn't aligned with our deepest values and passions. We go through the motions, fulfilling obligations, but a part of us feels empty. The final, and maybe the most vital, strategy for a truly stress-free life is to relentlessly pursue your purpose, your dreams, your passions, that thing that makes you feel alive. This isn't about achieving fame or fortune, but about engaging in work and activities that bring you a profound sense of meaning and fulfillment. When you are on purpose, stress takes on a different form. It becomes fuel, not friction. The challenges become part of an exciting journey, not overwhelming burdens. Discovering and pursuing your dreams infuses your life with an incredible energy and direction. It gives you a why that is bigger than any daily stressor. Whether your dream is to start a small business, learn a new instrument, help your community, or travel the world, taking consistent, passionate steps toward it is a powerful antidote to anxiety and apathy. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now. Start small, but start with relentless passion and persistence. This pursuit is not a destination, it is the journey itself. And living that journey, a life filled with purpose, is honestly one of the most beautiful and effective ways to dissolve stress and unlock a lasting sense of joy and contentment. And there we have it. 7 simple yet deeply powerful strategies to guide you toward a more peaceful, present, and stress-free life. I want you to remember that this isn't about achieving perfection overnight. It's about consistent practice, about showing up for yourself each day with compassion and intention. A life of inner calm is not a distant destination you arrive at, but a path you choose to walk step by step. Every time you choose gratitude over grievance, solutions over problems, and purpose over passivity, you are strengthening your resilience and deepening your well-being. This power is, and always has been, within you. As you begin to integrate these practices into your life, you'll notice subtle shifts at first, and then more profound changes. You'll find more space between a stressful event and your reaction to it. You'll feel a greater sense of control over your inner world, regardless of what's happening outside. I would absolutely love to hear which of these strategies resonated with you the most. Which one are you excited to try first? Please share your thoughts and your favorite strategy in the comments below. Your journey can inspire someone else to begin theirs. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, for investing in your own peace and happiness. It has been an honor to share this space with you. If you found value in our conversation and want more inspiration for living a more mindful and purposeful life, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. Until next time, be well, be present, and walk your path with purpose.